Hi everyone, welcome to JavaScript Bytes, where we solve practical JavaScript problems in bite-sized chunks. Today we are going to build a simple web page that validates password strength live as the user types. This is super helpful for sign-up forms where you want to help users create strong, secure passwords. So I'm in Visual Studio Code and I'll start by creating an HTML file, adding some boilerplate. All right, we have created a very simple layout, a heading, a password input field, and a div where we'll show feedback about password strength. Let me add a little bit of styling as well. Right, this CSS just makes it look a little nicer. Now I'll be adding a script tag and add some JavaScript. This is where we'll write the logic to check the password as the user types. So here we are grabbing the password input and the feedback div using getElementById. Then we add an event listener so that every time the user types something into the password field, our function would run. Let me explain what each of these lines is doing, even if you have never seen something like this before. So first we are going to check if the password is at least 8 characters long. This just checks is the password long enough. If yes, length would be true. This line is checking if the password contains at least one uppercase letter, like capital A, capital B, or capital Z. The part in the square bracket A-Z means any uppercase letter from A to Z. The test PWD part asks, does the password have at least one of those? This line just checks for lowercase letters like small a, small b, or small c. Next line checks for numbers. 0 to 9 means any number between 0 and 9. And finally, we look for special characters. This line checks if the user included any symbols like exclamation mark, at the rate of, or dollar symbol. These patterns, the things between the slashes, are called regular expressions or regex for short. They're just a compact way to look for patterns in text. Don't worry if regex seems confusing right now, you're not alone. I've got a dedicated beginner friendly regex playlist linked in the description below, so you can check that out when you're ready. All right, we put all our checks into an array and count how many are true using .filter boolean.length. If all 5 rules passed, the password is strong. If 3 or 4 passed, it's moderate. Otherwise, it's weak. We also change the text color to give a clear visual signal. Right, our coding is done. It's time to see it in action. So here goes. So if I type 123, the password is weak. Now I'm going to type hello 123 all small, and the strength is moderate. And if I type hello with a capital H, 123, it's still moderate, but if I add an exclamation mark, the strength is strong. And as you can see, the feedback updates live as we type. Awesome. Right, let's go one step further and add a checklist to show users exactly which rules they have completed. This is great for user experience. With these changes, users can see which rules they have completed and what's still missing. This is especially helpful for accessibility and clarity. And we just did that by adding an unordered list and these 5 lines. So let's see what the impact is. ABC 123, capital ABC, and pound sign. And if I remove something, you can see it responds accordingly. So that's it. You just built a live password strength validator using plain HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If this helped you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more beginner friendly content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.